Good morning, class. My name is Abdul Kabore.
I am Jan Tome Poda.
I'm Manuel Peralta Saez.
Today we are going to talk about SQL language. It is a predefined language. So, little history about the SQL language. In 1970, the language has been developed by Donald D. Chamberlain and Raymond F. Boyce. And at that time, the name of the language was SQL. And in 1973, they changed the language from SQL to SQL. And in 1979, they start putting the language on the market, the software on the market. And from 1986 to 2016, we have like a new version of SQL, and the last version right now is has been put in the market in 2016. For the objective of this language, of the SQL language, it is a powerful tool. When I say like powerful tool, we can, when you are overseas, you can still use like your program. So easy to manipulate. You can add, delete, like information as you like, and it's also used to store like millions of data. Basic feature we have for goals. The language is used in finance, insurance, school, epidemiology, public administration, also media sector. For Paradise, SQL as a language is declarative, data-driven. These are key programming paradigms behind it. But naturally, database engine and database programming included many other concepts. For data type, we have like many data type for SQL. We have like a numeric, we have date, time. We have many kind of them. But the most used right now are like varchar, like names, date, and time. So control flow. So we have like for control flow, we have like those statements, like the if else statement, the false, the begin and end statement, the goto, that's like define a label and let the code jump to that label from some other point. Okay, and the return statement, the wait for statement, the while statement, the break and continue statement.
If you want to write a simple and basic program in SQL, such as Hello World, this is what you need to do. As you can see in your screen, there is a Hello World program. I'm going to explain you what each line of code do. For example, code line 1 and 3, the begin and end statement is used to define a statement block. A statement block consists of a set of SQL statements that execute together. A statement block is also known as a batch. In other words, if a statement are sentences, the begin and end statement allows you to define paragraph. Code line 2 prints the message hello world. It is used for printing to the output to the console screen. Also, the dvms underscore output dot pod underscore line is due to output the activation that we write set server output on at the start of the program. The code line 4, a block should be always followed by a slash, which sends the information to the compiler about the end of the block. Until the compiler encounters a slash, it will not consider the block is completed and it will not execute it. Also, SQL has like different like statements. For example, DML, that means data manipulation language. The SQL commands that deals with the manipulation of the data present in database belong to DML, or data manipulation language. And This includes most of the SQL statements. Example of DML are like select, insert, update, and delete. Select is used to retrieve data from the database. Insert to insert data into the table. Update to update existing data within a table, and delete to delete records from the database table. The DDL, Data Definition Language, consists of the SQL commands that can be used to define the database schema. It simply deals with description of the database schema and is used to create and modify the structure of the database. Object in the database. Example of DDL commands: create, drop, and alter. Create is used to create the database or its object, like table, index, function, views, stored procedures, and triggers. Drop is used to delete objects from the database, and alter to alter the structure of the database.
Now we're gonna talk about the implementation, a little implementation of the program. This is an ER diagram for the streaming website, streaming video game website. So for this purpose, we're just gonna talk about only two tables because it's pretty big program. So the two tables we choose is on the team and the channel. So like we can see on the ER diagram, there is a relation between team and channel. So we're gonna show you how to create the table and how to insert the value using the SQL. So first of all, what we're gonna do when we have this kind of ER diagram, we want to drop all the table because we don't know if somebody already write something on the database. So we just want to drop all the table to make sure it's empty. So this is the statement to drop the table. So drop table channel and drop table team. So because that's the two table we want to work with. After the dropping table, we gotta create the table. So now create table channel, and all the table guy is attribute, and on each attribute we gotta assign the data type. Like for the channel, we got channel title, its data type is varchar, and the 30 is the number of letters you're not supposed to is a limit number of letters. So if you type more than 30, it's gonna throw you an exception. So we got channel title, and the channel title is also the primary key of the channel table. We got the channel viewers, we got the page of the channel, and the channel. After that, we gotta create the team table. So for the team, we got the team title is the primary key, and we got the team page. So after create those table, what we gotta do is insert the value on each table. For example, this is an example of the statement we use on SQL to insert data. So first you gotta do insert into the table name. So here is insert into channel, and the value you want to insert. So the value is finally home. That's the channel name. The 75702, that is total viewer, the ninja, and the Fortnite. The same thing we gotta do for the team table. The value TSM produce screen. So it is the team name, the team title, and the team page. The team page is produce screen. So after that, like we can see on the ER diagram, there is a relationship between team and channel. So that means we need to create a foreign key. So after create the table and its primary key, to be able to add a foreign key on either one of the table, we use this command. So it's gonna be alter table team. So it's add constraint team. That's the table name, team title, and the foreign key team page, and it's referencing to the channel table, because those tables are related. So the primary key of one table will be the foreign key of the other table. So after there is another statement here: select team title, team page from team. Whenever we want to retrieve a data, for example, we want to from one team, we want to select his title and his page, and we already insert the value on the table. So if you want to do that, we have to use the command select. So for example, here we want to select the team title and the team page. So we just do select team title, team page from the team table. Another example, if you want to, we already put the value on the table, but you want to update the value. So what we're gonna do, for example, here we want to update the number of viewer in the channel table. So what we're gonna do, update channel, so that's the table name. Set the channel viewers, that's the statement we want to update. So we want to set the viewer to 70,000, and where channel title finally home, that's the channel title is the primary key. So that's primary key is referencing which line we want to update. Another statement, delete, how to delete a value from a table. So we're just gonna do delete from the table, and which value you want to delete. So here is delete from teams, that's the table name, and where team title. So we want to delete the team title TSM. So that's the statement you gotta use. So doing this manipulation on the SQL, I mean the update, the delete, the select, you really need to be careful about the primary keys and the foreign keys of each one. Now the evaluation of the SQL language is a easy tools. As we say, is software we use to create database. Database is something we have to use every day in the computer stuff. So what we gotta make sure you use the right data type for every value you use. So for example, if you use a voucher, you gotta make sure the number of letters you put in your program, you not exceed that number of letters. For example, you put voucher 25, that means you cannot exceed 25 letters. Also, another thing, we really need to be careful about the primary key and foreign key in the database environment, because if you mix the primary key and the foreign key, everything will be messed up in your database. So, and for the SQL, we got two different variables, like we said before: voucher, data, number, numerics. And for the exception handling, the statement is when and then. So it's like when something happens, then do this. So now we're gonna do the conclusion about this SQL language.
For the conclusion, we like as we say, the SQL language, we can use it like easily to control database, and it is like we say like previously, it's like a powerful language. So even you overseas, you can use the language to control something in other country, and pretty much what we did, we think like SQL is like a really easy language to learn, and SQL is also affordable. So this is gonna be like the end of our presentation, and thank you.